Winship wants to be sure to express its gratitude to all our sponsors, including our Hope sponsors, Aero Exterminators, Peach State Truck Centers, and Yancey Brothers, and Compassion sponsors, Delta Airlines and Bristol Myers Squibb. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 11th annual Winship Win the Fight 5K this year, taking place live and in person at Emory University's McDonough Field, as well as virtually. I'm Mark WINNE, reporter with WSB-TV, and I'm truly humbled to be your MC, and in behalf of my family, for whom Winship has done, well, it's a debt I can never repay. I'm especially grateful to each of you for being here.
I'm Melissa Stern, and I also am humbled to be your MC. On behalf of Winship Cancer Institute, I cannot thank you enough for your efforts to raise money for the bold research that leads to life-saving treatments and therapies that improve quality of life. Thank you for teaming up with Winship Cancer Institute of Emory University to champion the fight against cancer. We're all in this together with thousands of cancer survivors, families, caregivers, and medical teams. This is our chance to rally behind our own home team, Winship Cancer Institute, and support cancer research right here in Georgia. Let's make this year's Win the Fight 5K the best it's ever been.
Literally, today, we want to remember those who struggled with cancer and are no longer with us. It's a pain I know deeply. We also want to recognize our survivors, and we want to celebrate their victory. And let's hear from race founder and this year's Grand Marshal, proud to say my good buddy, Dr. Wally CURRAN.
The Winship 5K this year is going to be in person. I couldn't be more excited about that. I think all of us miss the sense of community this past year. It's been a very difficult year for all of us. I can't wait to see people that I haven't seen for a year and a half. Even the first year, we had lots of energy, 1,700 participants, and really a transcendent event from my point of view. And since that time, in the past 11 years, we've just built on it. We've really raised literally millions of dollars over the 11 years of the Winship 5K. And every cent of that fundraising goes to support cancer research and discovery as applied to our patients. And that type of support really is something that does set Winship apart from many of its institutions around the nation.
Now, a few words from Adam Marcus, a Winship 5K professor.
So this is an extremely exciting event. I think it really brings together the community. I think you could feel the energy, the enthusiasm, the motivations that is there. I think at the end of the race, everyone has that feeling that they made a difference, and that's really important. For me personally, I think it represents an opportunity to work with the community, to help further research, to help further care, and just to be a part of that excitement, that spirit that just makes it such a, an exciting day.
I'd like to introduce the chair of the Winship Advisory Board. Give it up for Ed Steinman.
I guess I've experienced 9 or 10 of the 5Ks, and I'll never forget my first one. I was just overwhelmed by the number of people, the excitement, the professional approach. You felt like you were almost running in the Olympics. It was that well orchestrated, that much fun. From grabbing Gatorades on the fly to getting a T-shirt, getting hugs and excitement. It's truly a spectacular event, and I hope everybody gets a chance to participate in person one day.
A warm welcome to GAIL GRIMMETT, captain of the Delta Airlines team. Keep climbing up.
The first thing I think about when I think of the 5K is my husband was about as physically fit as you could get, and he was very focused on fitness and health. And so 90 days after his bone marrow transplant in 2014, it was the 5K, and we showed up, and he was ready to run it. And I have to tell you, I run every day, or at least back then I ran every day, and as we were running, it was the most exciting and also the most humbling experience, because here is my husband, 17 years older than me with terminal cancer, 90 days out of a bone marrow transplant, and I had to ask him to slow down twice. So my husband and I participated in the 5K since its inception. So it's not new, and it's something that we've always believed in. I think it's important for me to carry on his legacy in so many ways and the connection with Winship, but clearly he'll be with me the day of the race.
Now let's welcome Rick Reynolds of Peach State Truck Centers.
This will be our 11th year that Peach State's participated in this race. And we've watched it build over the years, starting out at a very small number of people and growing to several thousand. All the preparation that's gone in, the personal training, the fundraising, whether they have team meetings at the company, designing your t-shirts, all that is great. But once you cross the finish line and accomplish the goal, it's fascinating to watch the faces of the participants. It's also equally fascinating to watch the faces of those cheering loved ones on, to see their support, to see their excitement, to see their reaction to that moment when they cross the finish line is very uplifting.
It's my pleasure to welcome the embodiment of the kind of courage and resilience and giving back we're here celebrating. Cancer survivor, Lance Thompson.
Events like this bring awareness to the terrible illness of cancer, but more importantly, to the things that we need to do to fight it, to the resources that it takes to fight it. And whether it's you personally or someone else in your life, someone else in your family, someone will be touched by cancer. So everything that needs to be done to support research, to support efforts of patient care, of the professionals who go into this field, I am so much more aware and appreciative today than I would have been, certainly before this journey happened. And it's going to take the efforts of everybody, not just those who currently who are inflicted with the illness, but everybody can still contribute to a life-saving, worthy cause. So I think the 5K race and the event is a great opportunity to give it that kind of platform of awareness and for everyone to participate, whether you're going through this personally or not.
It's my pleasure to welcome cancer survivor Coleman King Allgood and his wife Kathy.
It's so important to have that camaraderie and to be able to have that energy that comes from the race, from everybody coming together. But also when you have someone walking a 5K and you realize that parallels a journey of cancer, that is more poignant than it ever has been before. So for us, especially having walked through that together, it's this 5K is going to look completely different for us.
And also for me, as an avid runner, I ran a marathon and 10 milers and 5Ks. And when I first found out that I had cancer, that was the first thought that I would never run again. And up until that point, I have not. So this will be the first time I'm actually lacing up, and to do it with Emcee and on the campus, it's just almost amazing to think about that happening. So it's exciting.
Now, I'm honored to say I knew him when, although ever since I've known him through the years, he's been a man of distinction in his field and personally. But it is an honor for me to introduce for the first time as the executive director of Winship, Suresh Ramalingam.
The 5K has been a signature event for the Cancer Institute. It's an exciting event where we have close to 3,000 patients, survivors, family members, and our Winship community interacting with each other. The experience is uplifting, the experience is inspiring, and the experience is critical for Winship to continue its research and other commitments. Funds generated over the years from the Winship 5K have gone on to accelerate research, have gone on to recruit new faculty, and ultimately they have already made a difference in the lives of patients with cancer. And our ultimate hope is that a cure for cancer will happen in our lifetime, sooner rather than later.